Okay, so today I'm gonna make a video about the chess mindset. So it's actually something that I picked up recently, a few weeks ago. I'd played chess when I was a kid, back in elementary school, and I was pretty decent, depending on who you would compare me to. If you compare me to pros, then obviously no mass, but compared to like your average person, I was pretty decent. And we I was in like a special group in elementary school, not that kind of special. And we would participate in tournaments at different elementary schools. And I remember going to those and competing. And I was like so. And yeah, actually, my grandfather used to play with me and he'd crush me every time. And eventually, I think around middle school, sixth grade, that's when I stopped playing. And I don't remember why. I think, some things, sometimes you just lose interest in things when you're growing up. It happens. But it wasn't until, like 30, no, 20 something years later that my best friend suggested playing chess. And so I picked it back up and I've been having a blast. I even, as you can see, I have a table that I just set up. I have different chess books that I bought. And I practice different openings. I'm reading the fundamentals, trying to improve, and it's just been awesome. What I really enjoy the most is the chess mindset aspect and how it translates to real life. And there are like two main points. One is like the defensive and the offensive. And what I mean by that is on the defensive end, when you're playing chess against your opponent, they're going to make certain moves, right? And you may not have predicted that. And so when they do that, you have to kind of re-examine everything and try to understand what their plan of attack is, and then reformulate your own strategy to kind of fend them off, while at the same time trying to establish your plan, or not dismantling it if you can. And I think for that defensive portion, it translates into life, especially nowadays, because our circumstances externally, with politics, company layoffs, social issues, pollution, all these factors are like causing so much chaos and unknown variables in our life that frankly we can't directly control, and we don't. Maybe some people have an idea of what could happen, but nobody's 100% certain of what's going to be, the future, right? And so having this chess mindset and the defensive aspect allows you to adapt in these circumstances. You look at the immediate in front of you, a few moves ahead, as far as you could see, and you start strategizing like, hey, this happens, I do this. This happens, I do this. And for me personally, it's been super relevant because I work in the tech sector, and if you follow the news with everything going on tech-wise, it's just been so unstable and uncertain. So kind of strategizing around, not necessarily the worst case scenario, but, where you could get laid off or might have to switch fields, kind of having plans for that in place is just comforting. I think it brings me a level of comfort where no matter what happens, I have different avenues that I can go down, and I'll be okay. Like life will only be as bad as I let it, or as good as I want it to be, if that makes sense. So it's really hard to explain, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm trying to convey. And yeah, for the offensive part of the chess mindset, it is just doing that, drawing like creating goals and then having a plan of action and going for it. I think a lot of people are more reactive than active, and you could benefit from looking a few moves ahead. Even if you don't necessarily take the action, just having the action plans will also bring you a level of, peace. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, because right now my circumstances are very shaky in the tech industry. And I realized, like, after hearing some recent bad news, which I can't talk about I was smiling and I was fine, and I've been like, okay, I guess it's time for change. That's kind of been my mindset, and I've been able to smile and be happy through it all. And yeah, so that's it. That's why I wanted to talk about the chess mindset, and I don't know, maybe it helps somebody else to, not to be able to strengthen and empower themselves in this chaotic and uncertain world. So I'll end the video here and see you guys next time.